I work at a VA that is fairly busy. The other day, I was leaving to get some lunch and walked down the main stairway. I said hello to some people as I got to the bottom, turned around, and proceeded to check my pants for my wallet. I've grown accustomed to smacking my phone, wallet, and keys when I leave places. However, I'm fairly certain I just walked down some stairs and drew attention to myself by saying hello, then turned around and smacked my right butt cheek in a lobby full of people. How do I face these coworkers, or am I just done? Do I pack up and leave? That's from Mortified Butt Smack. You know who I would love to weigh in on this is
Who's that?
You know Griffin Newman. He plays Arthur on The Tick.
Oh, sure.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Let me see if I.
But how could we get Griffin Newman on our show so last minute?
He's been on the call.
Oh, what?
The entire time. Griffin, are you still?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for letting me listen into the live recording.
Griffin, other Griffin, Newman.
Yeah, Griffin 2. We can do Griffin 2 or Newman. Yeah,
Well,
we
no,
can go
let's
by
say
Newman.
I would like actually for me for the remainder of this whole bit, this sketch, if I could just be called Shades. If you guys could give me that,
Shades?
and then you can have Griffin for a little bit.
Okay, and I just want to say I now feel less cool because other Griffin has upgraded to Shades, so I prefer if you call me Downtown Griffy Nooms.
You got it.
Okay.
I just don't want there to be sort of like a disproportionate coolness factor between the two Griffs.
Just to clarify, can we just say downtown then? Just call you downtown, or do we have to say downtown Griffy Noom every time?
Nooms with a Z. It's very important if you say the full thing that it ends
Nooms.
with a Z.
Sorry, excuse me.
Otherwise, you can definitely call me Downtown, or you can call me DTGN.
Okay.
Well, okay, hold on. Because if Griffin got to do that, I feel like I should have a chance to respond if we're doing like proper debate
rebuttal,
format.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
and
so I would
Shades
actually-
sounds a little short now. You might want to stretch out your nickname.
Yeah, I need you to step it up to mine up to. If you could just call me Morpheus from the Matrix,
Cool.
or Matrix Morpheus, if you want to keep it short.
I mean, MFTM is pretty clean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got Shades. We've got Morpheus from the Matrix. No, Shades is out. I'm Shades now. I'm
Okay.
Don't being Justin.
And my name's Griffin Newman.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
So Downtown has paid let's just say 5 digits to take the master class that we offer for podcasting, where
Yeah.
you can just kind of sit in and watch the sausage be made. He's been
Yeah.
here for the entire 5-hour recording of this hour-long episode.
I unlocked a tier. Yeah.
Right. So you heard the question because you've been listening, obviously to the entire thing.
Of course. Yeah.
Is this are you a butt smack kind of person? Is this
What does that mean, Justin?
Yeah,
Are you
You gotta
someone who
unpack
smacks
it.
their butt to look for items?
Well, okay. Oh, man, that's a good question. I
Thank you.
hate
It felt
having...
bad as I was saying it, so it's such a relief to know it was good.
It felt good getting it. Hearing it felt unbelievable. On the opposite side of the coin, I don't like having things in my back pockets because that feels bad to me. Because when I sit on it, it hurts my butt cheeks. So I am almost exclusively a front pocket guy and a items in the little pocket of my backpack guy. So like, so my wallet, too big for the front pocket, constantly have it in the little backpack pocket.
Cool. So you've just made yourself incredibly easy to steal from for everybody.
100%. Everyone knows. I'll run down again. Keys, little backpack pocket. Chapstick, left front pocket.
If you kill Griffin in Crime Alley, you don't want to waste a bunch of time searching
Right.
everything. So make sure you just go straight for the good stuff.
Now
Are
I have
people getting pickpocketed for their chapstick all that often? Is there
No,
like
that's
a
why I
wave
feel
haven't heard
safe
of?
putting it in that pocket. That's why, because I just go like, I hope that's all they reach for, and then they're so dismayed that they put it back. Other items, just to educate your listeners, non-driver's New York State ID is in my wallet, which, as mentioned previously, is in the backpack pocket. Also in my backpack pocket, my passport. I carry around with me at all times because I'm a
really?
neurotic mess. So yeah, so if someone's trying to pickpocket me or backpack pocket me, backpack pickpocket me, it is very easy to steal my entire identity.
Do you carry your passport with you just in case of emergencies, in case you like accidentally fly to Tokyo Narita, or like what's?
Yes, no, exactly. I'm impressed that you nailed the specific emergency that I always have in the back of my mind.
Yeah,
We're big proponents on this show, Griffin, of the idea that other people are not ever paying as close attention to you as you
Sure.
are to
100%.
yourself.
100%.
Do you feel like there is anyone still thinking about this just very prominent butt smack?
Yes. Now here's
agree.
now I want to respond to this question with a question of my own, and I pose it to you fine gentlemen. Is there anything wrong with mortified butt smacks coworkers thinking that they deliberately smacked their right butt cheek?
That they were just kind of feeling their sexy
wow.
and just like
Or it's like a sports motivation for yourself. It's been a long day at the VA. I imagine that job can get kind of exhausting depending on like what your role is there. And so, it's obviously not appropriate. It's not a football team. And even then, it's probably not even super appropriate for you to get butt smack that lets you know, like, okay, next play, we're going to do a Hail Mary and catch it.
I think
So,
it's
like,
an
this is
exact
your-
combination of those two
Yeah.
things. Yes.
Maybe I think it would depend on the kind of flair with which you did it, because there's definitely a sort of flair that would make it seem inappropriate. But
Yes.
I think you could do a flair that was just like, what a fun affectation.
Yeah, and I think the idea of like this person really, their head's in the game, they're holding themselves to high standards. Maybe it's after lunch, other people are getting groggy, and you just look at them and you go like, wow, this person is making sure that their head is still in the game by smacking their hand on their butt.
we rarely talk about geometry on My Brother and Me, but this does seem to be a case where the response and your sort of following actions are completely dependent on the exact angle
Yep.
that your arm was at when this situation occurred. Now, if you can visualize with me, if your arm is at a kind of a crook and you just kind of reached down there and gave yourself a quick smackaroonie, this is probably not something you need to continue to address. If we had a 180, sort of
Yeah.
a straight line windmill action,
Yeah,
where you
like
sort
a
of like
whap, like a round. You had like follow through. You had a wind up.
sort of like a Fosse style,
Yeah.
flourish that leading to the butt smack. That seems
If you're leaning
critical.
to the side a little bit, like you're a little teapot, right? Like just
And maybe if you did like a afterwards,
Yeah.
that's probably bad.
Right. I think
Like,
that would
wow.
be that right. That would be a game changer if there's any sort of at the end of it.
Yeah.
I think another question is it says here, I just want to litigate the writing here. It said hello, turned around and smacked my right butt cheek in a lobby full of people.
It's huge. That's huge. You have
Right?
found the sort of Encyclopedia Brown hidden clue here that this person
Yeah.
did spin around to give him a great view.
It makes it
Right.
seem targeted, doesn't it?
It's so targeted.
I wanted to make sure you had the best seat in the
Right.
house.
I want to make sure you got the clean bird's eye view of this thing. But here's the one question. If it's a clean turnaround and the butt smack happens and then they proceed to walk away, that feels to me like a power move, like a confidence move. I know this person's a real player. They showed up to win. Like confidence is the only currency we still have in this bankrupt world. I would feel encouraged about their commitment to the job. Now, here's the potential fly in the ointment. If in the embarrassment of doing that, at any point before, after, or during the immediate vicinity of the butt smack, they did a little sort of who-me head turn over the shoulder
right.
and made eye contact. If you did sort of what I would call the copper tone kid, right?
Yeah.
Butt towards the audience, but also your locked eyes in this sort of embarrassed look, then I think you've blown it. Quit the job,
Yeah,
retire,
now you're a
move
little
out of the
rascal.
country. Now you're a little rascal.
You went from being a confident player to a little rascal.
You've become a
That-
little stinker. Yeah, most
That
definitely.
feels completely authoritative. I'm glad we could help so much.